Good morning, good morning, good morning. I mean, if it's not morning for you, then, well, tough shit, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, today I wanted to discuss the security that we have within our own insecurities. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but hear me out. I believe that our insecurities are something that we utilize in order to feel more comfortable around other people. And oh my god, there's always so many planes. I can never get enough of them. But I don't know. I feel that the power that our insecurities have over us is our fear of what others perceive us to be, which is ridiculous because we all know and we can all comprehend that perception of reality is an individualistic thing, just like we discussed, but we're never going to understand anyone else's perception of reality. So why do we hold on to our insecurities in order to conform to other people's perception of reality that we can't even understand in the first place? Make it make sense. I don't know. I mean, it's easier that way, you know? Because at the end of the day, we all just want to be loved, we want to be accepted, and we want to pursue things that bring us joy. And that's pretty much it. It's not that complicated. I mean, obviously people can be like, oh, in order to get over your insecurities, you have to be courageous and confront your fears and like do all this crazy shit, when in reality it's just a simple perspective shift that you need to do. And it's something that's going to take a long time in order to achieve, because when you consider these bad things that we tell ourselves, we usually have this negative self-talk every single day, you know? Like, it's an accumulative thing. It's not like one stone is going to hurt you, but when people throw fucking boulders at you, like, goddamn, you know? It's a simple thing that we tend to overcomplicate because our feelings are involved in it. And we can't overcomplicate something that means so much to our well-being and our personhood, because in doing that, we give it all the power, you know? I talk about power all the time, and if you put all of your focus on trying to correct this mundane thing about yourself that, for the most part, nobody notices or cares about, you know? Otherwise, they tell you if they noticed and cared, and if they don't tell you if they notice and care, when they do notice and care, then you know that you don't trust their opinion in the first place. Because people that are out for you and they care for you will tell you when they care. This is just how it is. And when people tell you things that aren't always the most positive, it doesn't mean that you have to ignore it completely, because criticism is always helpful. There's always a reason for someone to say something. But most of the time, it's not really about you. It's about how they perceive you. There's a big difference there. Very, very big. If you allow yourself to be gobbled up by other people's perception of you, then how do you know how you're perceiving you, you know? Because you're basically making a mosaic out of all of your pain. And not even your pain, but other people's pain that they projected onto you. And that's silly. That's so silly. Why are you doing that, yo? You don't gotta do that. Take a step back, you know? Remind yourself that you are allowed to fail, and just because you fail doesn't mean that you're less than, and if you tell yourself that you're less than, then you will always be less than. So allow yourself to be you as you succeed and fail through life. You don't need to identify with your actions at an individualistic level, Each person you interact with, even though you have the potential to be a major part of their story, more often than not, we don't matter at all. We're just these small little insignificant things that at most we can just pass a little love on, and at our worst we can crumble and destroy their entire lives in like 5 seconds if you say the right thing. It's scary. It's really scary. So it's not something that you can just get over, And I think the only thing that we can really do is strive to find security within our own insecurities. If we have an insecurity, we can either view it as something to beat ourselves up over, or we can view it as a learning opportunity, Like, why do I feel this way? Why does it matter that I feel this way? What power am I giving the other person for allowing them to make me feel this way? And even if it's not involving another person, if it's like a limitation that you have that you can't control, whether that be like a physical limitation, a mental limitation, something along those lines, it's not something to beat yourself up over, because you can't just fix it. You have to accommodate to it. You have to work with it, not against it. Because the minute you stop fighting yourself and viewing yourself as this enemy that you have to defeat, then life becomes a journey. You can walk with yourself and enjoy the ups and downs of life with yourself in a more pleasant and enjoyable manner. It doesn't have to be all sad all the time. It doesn't have to be self-corrupting. It doesn't. You make it that way. If you feel that way, then you are making yourself that way. And that's not saying that, like, I'm not trying to encourage doom and gloom here in saying that. I think there needs to be an acceptance of the power that we have to control our own self. I don't know. It's a very complicated topic. And I know that I'll never be able to do it the justice that it deserves. I feel that that's a very big insecurity of mine, Like, if we're going to be transparent about insecurities, I care so much about the impact of my words that I get so insecure about everything I'm saying, and then I end up saying nothing. Even though I'm a really, talkative and I guess possibly extroverted person, I don't know. I get caught up in my own self, and I set up these limitations because of the times where I've been negatively perceived by others. And I let that have power over me in a way that I'm not proud to admit, I'm still trying to regain my confidence. And I'm happy to say that now I'm to a point in my life where I don't feel the need to be destructive towards myself in order to assimilate into someone else's worldview, or to appease someone in a way where I think they will give me happiness back, I don't know. It's taken a long time. And I'm not done. I don't think anyone's ever done. The minute that you think you have everything figured out, it all starts crumbling down, and you gotta start figuring something new out, finish one puzzle and then you find out that, hey, by the way, all these pieces to a puzzle, they don't really fit like how you thought they fit, and they're all part of a bigger puzzle, and you're just like, ah, shit. What do? But yeah, no, it's gonna be a continuous journey, and the sooner that we accept that, I think the easier that life becomes.